Hey guys, Mark here with Walter's World, and we're in Raleigh, North Carolina. Right behind me is the state capital of North Carolina here in Raleigh, and today's video is the top 10 things that you should do and see when you're in the Research Triangle. Now, the thing is, when you're going to North Carolina, a lot of people kind of focus either on the coast, going down to Wilmington or the Outerbanks, or they go into the Smokey Mountains or the Blue Ridge Mountains by Asheville. So they kind of like sea or mountains. But the thing is, there's stuff to see in the middle of the state. One of the things is this Research Triangle, which has three towns, well, it's a few towns, but there's three main universities that are encompassed here. Here in Raleigh, you have NC State. Okay, in Chapel Hill, which is on the top part, you have University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, the one Michael Jordan went to, and then you have Duke and Durham. So you have a lot of research going on here, a lot of highly educated people, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of the trappings and good things to go along with it. Now, if you're going to be driving through, and if you're going from the coast to the mountains, it's well worth a stop over here in the Triangle. And so here are the 10 things or 11 things that you should do or check out when you're here. Now, the first thing you want to do is when you're here in Raleigh, I'm going to try to tell you which town they're in. In Raleigh, you have the North Carolina Museum of Art, which has Baroque and Renaissance art in there. But what's cool is they actually have really good traveling exhibitions that come through here. Whether it's Monet, if you're looking for Impressionism or whatever, you have Norman Rockwell, all kinds of stuff come through here. It really is kind of cool. So check that out. They have a huge, estate kind of thing that we can go and the park there and all kinds of stuff to enjoy. So that's the first thing. Second thing to check out. The second thing to check out is the North Carolina Museum of Natural History, which is actually like on the other side of this building here. It's free. It has dinosaur bones. It has stuffed beavers, if you like beaver. Who knows? Okay, they have all kinds of really cool stuff. And it's good for young and old. Okay, but my personal favorite thing there are the dinosaurs they have in there. All kinds of really cool stuff. And hello parents, it's free to go into and well worth it, okay? The third thing you want to check out, which is also here in Raleigh, which is a little bit out of town, or a little bit out of the center, is the market here, okay? The farmer's market, and you can see, where you get the meat and the cheese and the vegetables and all these kind of things, and you can take your kids and give them that kind of like European market feel here in Raleigh, okay? And it's really kind of a cool thing. And the fourth thing to see here in Raleigh, in this triangle thing, is the North Carolina Museum of History. In there they have, the history of the Carolinas, Civil War history, Native American history, all kinds of stuff. Like anything Carolina, it's in there. So you get kind of a feel of the area. So you get a more of appreciation of the natural beauty you see in the state of North Carolina. You get to see more of the civic side of it as well. So it's really kind of a cool museum to check out. Now those are kind of museum kind of things. So you got the Museum of Art, number 1, the Museum of Natural History, number 2, 3, the Farmer's Market, which is kind of a folk history kind of thing. And then you have the North Carolina Museum of History. Now, those are your artsy kind of stuff. But the thing is, the Triangle here isn't just about art. It's about sports. It's about entertainment. And that's the fifth thing you're going to love about coming here is the sports entertainment. Now, it's funny because we're in kind of the South and we have actually hockey here. The Carolina Hurricanes are here. But also, since you have NC State, North Carolina, University of North Carolina, and Duke, these are big basketball schools. So it's March Madness. I'm filming this in March, and so everybody's watching the games. And there's so many sports-related activities in town from in the Triangle from all the universities that is really great. And you have the professional teams like the Hurricanes and hockey, but also you have the Durham Bulls over in Durham. And if you ever watched Bull Durham when you were a kid, or 20 years ago with Kevin Costner, it's actually based on that team. So there's lots of sports stuff to go do when you're here, which is really cool. That's the fifth thing. The sixth thing to do is, if you don't want sports, you want more kind of cultural kind of stuff, there are tons of festivals to go to when you are in the Triangle, okay? Now, some of the ones that I like, and I definitely recommend for you to go see, is one is the Hopscotch Music Festival. It's here in downtown. It's here in downtown Raleigh, and basically 150 artists come. They have in the theaters, on the streets. They have concerts outside. Plenty of music all over the place. Really good time to check out. Another thing is what's called the Beer, Bourbon, and Barbecue, which, hey, beer. I like beer. I like barbecue. I like bourbon. What else could go wrong? And they have that in the summer, and it's basically 3 days. There's craft beer guys all over. There's barbecue going over here. And if you want to have Carolina barbecue, which I find it's a little juicier with the sauce versus other places in the South. I mean, Carolina barbecue is really, really good, so they have all kinds of stuff like that. And it's not just, in Raleigh. I mean, the beer and barbecue and bourbon, beer, bourbon, and barbecue, that's in Cary, which is a little bit east of here. It's east of Raleigh. Okay. You also have the Peak Festival, You also have Lazy Days Festival. There's all kind of There's all kinds of stuff going on. It's not just those. There's festivals going on. Check out the the Raleigh and the vicinity's websites for the festivals that are going on, because whatever time of the year you're coming here, there's probably going to be some festival going on worth checking out, okay? Now, the seventh thing you want to do here, which kind of goes back to that beer and bourbon thing, is North Carolina has amazing water, and with that you have amazing beer. And Raleigh, here you have a lot of craft breweries. So you can go around and you can take tours of the breweries, you can go to their bars, you can drink their beer, all kinds of stuff, and they have amazing beer here in North Carolina. So what you should do with number 7 is do a beer drinking tour. Go around and check out things. There's all kinds of them out there. You have North Carolina Brewing Company, I think there's Lone Rider, there's all kinds of breweries based right here. All throughout the state the beer is good, but you're going to have a good time with the craft beer. Affordable and really good. So hey, you don't need to drink a Bud Light, which is good, don't get me wrong, but you can have the craft beers and enjoy that. Okay. 8th thing you want to do is when you're in the Triangle, whether you're in Chapel Hill or you're in Durham or you're here in Raleigh, there's a lot of walking paths, and you can walk through the towns and cities and really get a feel for everything. And there's so much woodland everywhere that you really feel like you're in nature. You don't see the houses and the buildings because it's all wooded and it's all kind of hidden in there. So you have this kind of natural feeling. So with all that natural feeling, it's really nice just to walk around and enjoy all the towns and enjoy the walkways. A lot of them are paved and stuff like that. You can take your bike, you can walk, you can run, you do all kinds of stuff. It's really nice. Okay, now, number 9th thing you should do is, that's what I say is it's a research triangle because of the universities. And the campuses at Chapel Hill for the University of North Carolina, and the campus in Durham for Duke, with the Duke Chapel and gardens and all these things. These are amazingly beautiful campuses with the architecture, with the gardens, with the kind of southern feel to it, and it really is worth just if your kid isn't even, you're not thinking to go back to school, it's still kind of cool to walk on the campus, get taken to things, because they are beautiful campuses, well worth taking a walk through. Okay. The 10th thing you want to do, which is kind of one that kind of surprised me, one of my friends said, "Hey Mark, you should check this out." There's actually a Carolina tiger rescue. It's a little bit out of town, but they have at least like 50, 60 acres. They have 70 animals, so tigers all around that they're protecting. And so you can go there, or there's 70 animals out there, you can go, and on weekends they have little tours. You can go at dusk and see them hunting and all kinds of stuff. So it's kind of an outside thing. So those are the 10 things you should do when you're here. 1, go to in Raleigh, go to the North Carolina Museum of Art. 2, go to the North Carolina Natural History Museum. Number 3, go to the Farmers Market here in Raleigh. Number 4, the North Carolina Museum of Natural History, which is like on the other side of the Capitol. Hell, and you can go see the Capitol. There's all kinds of nice buildings around town too. Okay. Number 5, go to some sports event when you're here, whether it's with the universities or a professional team. The Durham Bulls, Carolina Hurricanes, whatever. Okay. There's all kinds of sports stuff going here. 6th thing to enjoy here is one of the many festivals that come through the Triangle area, Research Triangle area. There's all kinds of good stuff going through here. Number 7, the thing you want to enjoy here is drinking beer. Go on a beer drinking tour, go to one of the craft breweries, see how the beer is made. It is really cool, okay? 8th thing is just walking around, whether it's the towns, the cities, the wooded paths, all kinds of stuff, just walking around and taking in the Triangle. It's so beautiful all over the place. Okay, it's well worth doing. Which leads into number 9, going and checking out the Duke campus and the UNC Chapel Hill campuses, because they really have amazing architecture there, and it's really, you really feel like collegiate when you go there. It's really cool, actually, okay? Number 10, go to the Carolina Tiger Rescue, a little bit out of town, to see the animals. That's usually, I think it's just open on weekends. I got to check to make sure, but I'm pretty sure it's just on weekends. But check that out, it's really nice. And actually, there's one more thing. Number 11 thing you should definitely do here is eat, because oh my goodness, Raleigh, Durham, Cary, Chapel Hill, whatever, they have so many good restaurants here, and it's not just Carolina barbecue. If you want Creole, if you want Indian, if you want Pakistani, if you want any kind of food out there, they have amazing food here. I mean, we were eating alligator last night, and it tasted like I was in Louisiana. I mean, it was great. So if you're driving either to the Outer Banks on the coast of North Carolina, or you're going to the mountains in Nashville, and you're going to be between the two, it's well worth stopping in the Research Triangle to see the things there. And if you're coming from the north going to the south, you just come off the 95 a little bit on 40, and you'll be right here. So, if you want to learn more about visiting North Carolina or other places in the United States, okay, or Europe, or if you want to learn a foreign language, if you want to learn English, Spanish, Portuguese, German, Italian, or you want to learn the 5 things you're going to love and hate about visiting the South, or the 5 things you're going to love and hate about visiting Italy, we have everything on our website. www.waltersworld.com. Okay? Also, you can like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter at #WaltersWorld. But we look forward to seeing you. If you want to see us to check out some new towns, you give us some things, please leave a comment below. Tell us what you love about Raleigh and the Triangle, well, Raleigh or Chapel Hill or any other place. Put it in our comment section. Please click on like, and we hope you'll subscribe. So have a great one and keep on traveling, guys.